Hi students, yesterday we have seen the UPSC prelims question paper. In that prelims question paper we have seen most of the questions from polity subject. So around 20% of the questions came from polity subject. So polity is having greatest importance in our success or failure in civil services examinations. So in the part of polity syllabus, today we will discuss certain component of governor in the our class. Okay, so who is governor, what is his responsible, how he is appointed and how he is removed from his office. We will discuss these things, how questions will be asked in examinations. So first we will come to know the introduction of governor. Okay, India is a country which is following the parliamentary form of government. In this parliamentary form of government, there is a possibility of both head of the state and a head of the governor. Head of the government, sorry. Okay, so these two positions will exist in the parliamentary form of government. These two positions will exist both at union level and state level. Okay, so it is not particular to only union or only state. These two types of positions exist both at union level and state level. So but there is a much difference in their positions and powers at union level and state level. So if you consider at union level, head of the state is president, head of the government is prime minister. But whereas in state level, head of the state is governor, at the state level head of the government is chief minister. Okay, so these are the two positions exist in the both at union level and state levels. So this is a certain introduction of governor. So how he will appointed, how he will removed. So all these things have been explained in the Constitution of India. So in the Indian Constitution, part 6th of the Constitution, from article 153 to 167 articles explains about the governor. Okay, so these articles will explain about the position of governor. So until 1956, according to the 155 article, okay, every state must have the governor. According to this article, every state must have the governor. But in 1956, through the 7th Constitutional Amendment Act, okay, a person can be appointed 2 or more states as a governor. So you must remember these things because questions may be asked on this type of developments to the Constitution. So this is the change have been made to the Constitution in 1956. So this is a certain introduction to the governor. So governor appointed according to the 156 article. Okay, so your state will have the governor. He will be acting to one state until 1956. Then through the 7th Constitutional Amendment Act, a person can be appointed 2 or more states. So this is the development happened to the Constitution. So how you would be removed? What are the eligibility criteria to become a governor? Okay, so what are the eligibility to the governor? Okay, how a person can be appointed as a governor? He must be a citizen of India. Because he is appointed in India, that's why a person must be a citizen of India. Another condition is he must be having the age of above he or she, because Ladies also will be appointed as a governors. We cannot say the gender. That's why he or she must have the age of 35 years. Okay, above 35 years above. So below 35 years, a person cannot be appointed as a governor. So these are the conditions. But there are certain traditions also exist in the appointment of governor. So what are those traditions? A person should not be belongs to that particular state, not belongs to the particular state. Take for example, a governor is appointed to the Kerala. That person should not be from Kerala, and also he should not be active in that state politics in recent years. Okay, so these are the two traditions. Apart from these two traditions, there are other traditions also there which are recently added, because he or she must not be a member of either parliament or state legislature. Okay, so he or she must not be a member of parliament or state legislature, and they should not be in the office of profit. See, this office of profit means, apart from governor, he should not be in any position. Means he only exercise the position of governor. Other than that governor post, he should not exercise any other position. So these are the certain eligibility conditions to the governor. So apart from these conditions, how he can be removed from this office? What is his tenure? Take for example, in India, any position which is having the certain tenure, whether it is 5 years, 6 years, or any other time period. But whereas in governor, he would be appointed by the president, but as long as he is having the pleasure of governor, pleasure of president, until then he would be in the office. Usually he would be in the office 5 years, but we cannot say in the guarantee. Okay, so compulsorily he will not be in the office 5 years, as long as he is having the pleasure of president. Until then only he would be in that office. Okay, so there is a dilemma or uncertainty in this tenure. Okay, so that's why we cannot say surely governor would be in the office 5 years. He would be in the office only as long as he is having pleasure of president. So this is the two things we have to remember while observing the tenure and removal of governor. Okay, so what will happen if governor is not in that position? Usually in certain times they will not perform their duties. Okay, for that reason there is an acting governor. Okay, so what is this acting governor? Whenever governor is not exercising his positions, Chief Justice of High Court, of that particular High Court. Okay, take for example, in the Kerala, governor is appointed, but he is not in a position to exercise his duties. Chief Justice of Kerala High Court can be appointed as an acting governor when this regular governor is not in a position to perform his duties, his or her duties. Okay, that is the thing. Remember this condition. Okay, so this governor position is administered by the this governor oath is administered by the Chief Justice of High Court of that particular state. Again, whenever governor is not in a position to perform their duties, again this person would be acting as a acting governor of that particular state. Remember, these are the certain crux in our understanding. Okay, so where we have seen two crux in our topic is seventh amendment and this one. So this is the things we have to remember while learning the subject called governor.